All right, everybody. I hope you're all well. So, got a little fitness challenge that I'm gonna do. So, yeah. Let me just sort this out real quick. Thank you for the like, whoever that is. Hello, Heavenly Star. How you doing? Hope you're well today. Just bear with me a second. So we're gonna try 200 Navy SEALs, but I'm gonna just see how we get on with that. How you doing, Emily? Hope you're well today. Right, just please like, share, and subscribe. All right, and now we need to just pin it. So hopefully people will see that, and then they're more likely to subscribe. So when I do my shorts, like, people are complaining because of the music that I'm using, but if I use other music, then people don't seem to hardly subscribe. So what am I supposed to do? Right, let's get started. Let's not mess around there. All right. Let's do this then. All right. So round number one. So we go like number one. Hope everyone's doing well. Probably should have put my other pants on for this, really, but so that's two done. Three done. I don't know if I'm going to do this. I might not really put a number on it, actually. Let me just sort this out. We'll just do as many as I feel like. Because, yeah, I don't want to pressure myself, really. I'll just do whatever I feel like. Yeah. I don't know if I can get through 200, so I'm just going to change the title and hope everyone's doing well today anyway. Let me just sort this out. I need to change the title because I don't want to like mislead people or anything. Bear with me, guys. That's three of those done, but I was going to try and go for 100. We'll see if we can do 100. See how we feel, but yeah. All right, let me just sort this out. So go to live and then go to. I'll just go Navy SEAL Burpees. I don't need to put a number on it. I'll just go by feel and just, yeah. So that's three done. All right. Here we go. Let's keep going. Hope you're all well. Thank you for the likes, everyone. My arms are a bit kind of achy, I don't know, so definitely I don't think I'll do 200. I don't know, guys. Hope everyone's doing well anyway. So I've done 4 so far, so I'll just see how many I can get through, really, but I'm not putting any pressure on it, really. What? Hope you're all having a great day. Probably not going to do too many. I don't want to end up burning myself out. I've still got a workout to do later, so. Hello, Chris. How you doing? Hope you're well today. So just doing some Navy SEALs at the moment. Never really tried properly doing them before, but I've done regular burpees before. I've done jumping burpees before, but I've done the odd bits of Navy SEALs, but it's not something I've really done a lot of. Just on a day off doing loads of chores, lol. Are you wearing jeans? Yeah, no. I did have the other ones on, but I was going to go out, but then I was like, okay, I'm going to just have a little challenge, see how we get on. But yeah. So I don't feel like doing tons and tons of reps or anything. I just kind of do what I feel like, you know. Yeah, there's not a lot going on here, is there? Okay. So, yeah. So just give you a little update. So that was my message about the whole thing. Yeah, she saw the message but hasn't said anything yet, I don't think. So I'm just waiting to see what she says. Hopefully she's going to just tell him, because then if she tells her, then she could just say a load of BS that she wasn't really like blah blah blah. She could just kind of come up with some nonsense. But the thing is, though, the evidence is pretty clear. Yeah, it's his sister, her partner's sister. So I had to tell her because, like I said, I couldn't. Yeah. Anyway, let's keep going. Yeah, yeah. Probably will do. Don't know if like I'll just check actually, see if it's unlikely that she's replied since, but hopefully she'll tell him and not just tell her first because yeah, she might try and convince her that there was nothing going on or whatever, but she can't do that though. She can't just, but she'll try and come up with excuses or whatever and be like, oh, I was just, things weren't going right with the partner, whatever bullshit. So, yeah. So, look, I don't think there's anything in there. Nah, it's just still on red. So, yeah, any time will tell, but so I don't know if she's had a chance to see there's literally screenshots basically where of her admitting to like having feelings for me and stuff like that. So yeah. Hmm. But the thing is, around January, I actually blocked her, and because I was just like kind of sick of it all. I was like, well, and then she was like being kind of like, started coming back to watch me because she had a new account, and then she would try to watch me with that, and then because she ended up like deleting her account when I exposed her, and then she come back on the scene with a different account, come started watching me. Well, she was always watching me, but like in secret. Hi, Alondra, good to see you again. How are you doing? And then like, so I'm like, well, she knows that I don't just want to kind of be friends with her or whatever, and it's like, that just wouldn't be right. And so then she comes back on the scene and be like, so like being all kind of like, um, saying, oh, she's sorry and all this kind of stuff. But it's like, well, sort of lead me to think, well, maybe she's, I don't know. It's like, so, I mean, what the fuck? I don't know. It's like, is it just that they want their cake and eat it or something, or what? They just use me as their kind of side, whatever, side piece, as some people call it. There's no way I'm going to be that. It's like you either finish with him, or I would just like finish it for you. So you want to play your fucking games, and yeah, be careful what you wish for, because hopefully he's going to get told. But just really pisses me off this shit. Like literally, like me mates, it's like they were being all supportive, and they would be like willing to help out if there was any issues or anything to try and sort of say if she had to like move over here, they were willing to like help me out with it all and help out with any kind of. They were saying they would have even helped to try and get some job over here or something if necessary. So like the amount that they would do, and sort of. But then her whole excuse was, "Oh, well, I've been with him for so long," or something. It's like, well, clearly it ain't working if you're having to talk to somebody else. If you're having to like talk to somebody else, then clearly your relationship with that person is doomed. Like, there's no real excuse for it, is there? Oh, what the hell? No, I don't want effects. It's like you either make your mind up, you either just, yeah. So she had plenty of opportunity to just have just stopped, but she wanted to like start talking to me again. This was back in around March, April, and I was in two minds at the time because I was afraid it was just going to be going around in circles and just there's a lot of time wasters out there, and I don't know, but hope everyone's doing well anyway. Thank you all for joining me today. We've got 12 people in here now, apparently. Yeah, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, share the live if you can. Just doing some Navy SEALs at the moment, so yeah. All right. Ugh. All right, so, but yeah, some people just want to waste your time and get the attention, whatever, but then when you start trying to make something real happen, then that's when they back off. That's when they're no longer interested. Then you just feel like you're being used. So you have to make your mind up. What do you actually want? Because I'm not just going to be your source of attention and just be friends or whatever. Why would I do that? So it's just bullshit. Fucking bullshit. You know? And somewhere deep inside of me, I'm still like, want something to happen, but, you know, just, I just, I don't know. It's just fucked. I can't be doing with shit like this. It just does me head in. Like, I was just kind of like having issues with my sleep last night because of it. I was feeling a bit like just having like thoughts about it all, thoughts about her, just leaving me out to dry like this. So I don't know, like what she's fucking playing at. But it is what it is, you know. But I don't know if she still watches me. Who knows? She could be watching with a secret account or just watching signed out or something. Who knows? Because she's watched me in secret before, you know. How's everybody's day going so far? So I don't know why. It's like, just because you've been with someone for so long, does that mean that you should have to spend the rest of your fucking life with that person? Like, it's just bullshit. Like, clearly she's not happy with this guy. Whereas there's not even any like engagement or anything. I think after being with someone for that long, I don't know about you. I don't know if you're engaged to the person or whatever, but most of the time, after a few years being with a person, you'd think that there would be some engagement at least, but there doesn't even seem to be that. because on his like status, there's nothing about. Well, it says in a relationship. It doesn't say engaged to. Bit strange. It just sounds like it almost just sounds like they're cohabitating rather than an actual relationship. But then why is she so afraid to move on? Because it doesn't sound like they're really that in love with each other, or at least she's not really that in love with him at all. Like, it's just none of it makes any sense. The stuff I've heard, it just doesn't add up. Because apparently they went to, what is it, for their anniversary of being together. I think it was recently, it was their 10th anniversary of getting together. And they went to London Zoo of all places. Yeah, I kind of feel bad because, he's in for a rude awakening, isn't he? But I don't know. Maybe he's just not been putting enough effort into it. So maybe it's a lesson that he needs to learn that, but she should have communicated any kind of concerns if there was any. If she felt like she's not getting enough attention or something, then it's up to her to speak about that. Is she afraid of him leaving her or something? Like, what the fuck is going on? Why? Like, I don't understand, because this has all been going on behind his back. So it's not like he's probably going to be okay with this, I don't think. Because if he was going to be okay with it, then she wouldn't be doing it all in secret. Like, she's obviously doing it because she's got something to hide. Because she obviously knows that he would not be putting up with this. So I don't think he's probably a complete simp. I just think he's probably, maybe he's given her too many chances. And she's just like disrespecting that. You should not give people second chances. Someone's fucked up. Someone's done the dirty on you. That should be it. There's no excuses. There should be no going back from that. So why is this? Has she just chipped away at his self-esteem or something and just made him feel worthless? We don't know. We don't know what she's done. Well, we've only heard bits of things. So she needs to just kind of sort of fucking shit out. Because, yeah. She's gonna be screwed otherwise. So, like, yeah. She'll just keep burning bridges. She burned a bridge with my friend. And it was just like we had a connection. We had a lot of video calls and stuff at one point. And it was just a connection there. It was just it was sparks. It was just one of those things. It's like, but I mean, yeah. But it's just, I know, it's shit. So God knows if she's like still watching or anything, but I gave her chances. I gave her chances to, like, let's meet. Let's actually make something happen. Let's actually start something special. Because to me, clearly, there's nothing. I don't think she really sees anything special in this guy. I mean, I've seen what the guy looks like, and I know they say, "Oh, it's not all about looks and all that," but it doesn't sound like he really does it for her, really. He doesn't seem like the kind of guy, from what I've gathered. He's probably a bit of a nerd. He's probably a bit of just a geeky, nerdy guy. He looks like he probably has as much testosterone as an old woman. Yeah, and that's not an exaggeration. Well, I could show you like pictures of him and stuff. I don't want to be nasty or anything, but it's like it just looks really weird. They do not look like they go all together. Yeah, but it's like he just looks awkward. He's got this really awkward like ginger beard, and he wears glasses, and he just I don't know. And even the way he dresses and stuff, it just there's no like aura about him, from what I've gathered. Like if I'm just getting like from like first impressions when I see him, there's just no aura there. He seems quite effeminate and just not a real guy. I don't know. But yeah, it's probably not just that, but just the fact that he's probably more interested in his nerdy shit, and it's just not really doing it for her, I guess. Probably has, to be fair. I don't know. That's what we were saying about. I think someone was saying that maybe his self-esteem has been worn down. He just gives this aura of like a feminized man. Maybe he's always been that way, and she just doesn't respect that. She obviously saw something in me that she didn't see in him. Like the fact that I'm quite in a way, quite an ambitious sort of person. Can be frustrating though, because I'm like, I have these ideas, but then struggle to implement them. Maybe the problem is I have too many ideas. You can probably tell something's off with her if she's off messaging other guys. Would play on your self-esteem. Yeah. Well, apparently they had rough patches in the relationship. Well, what caused the rough patch to happen in the first place? She was obviously not really ever that invested in him, if that's the case. Saying, oh, we went through a rough patch. Well, yeah, hello, Mason. It seems though, well, she was obviously having a rough patch, at least when I first started talking to her, which was like summer of last year. So obviously things have been going bad for a while at least. It's just so weird. And apparently, right, she went on holiday in September. So I think it was like Disneyland Paris or some shit. Something like that. And she didn't go with him. Apparently he'd just started a new job, and that was her excuse. This was just before she stopped talking to before my friend stopped talking to her. And she said apparently it was because he got a new job that he couldn't go with her. Bullshit. If you have a new job, this is what Richard told me. If you got a new job, they have to award you time off. Yeah. So any holidays that you have booked, you're allowed to do them. So sounds bullshit. You know, it sounds fucking bullshit to me. So this whole thing of her making excuses like, oh, me and him are trying to sort things out. Yeah, whatever. So the best thing you can come up with is go to fucking London Zoo for a 10-year anniversary of getting together. Come on. Are you for real? Sounds like a lot of bullshit to me. There's just so many things about it that's bullshit. Like she seems to go out a lot and not with him. He apparently goes out a lot without her as well, and so it just a lot of red flags about it all that seems to be not a very healthy relationship. So yeah, this is the thing. It's like I thought, well, she'll be better off with me because I would have been able to give her everything that she wants. I'm quite I know I can be a bit sort of I've been a bit nasty at times, but then usually someone's driven me to it though. But if people are fair with me and they're patient, I have no reason to freak out. So it just comes down to mutual respect and healthy boundaries set. And but I just like want to. I don't know. It's just people are telling me move on, but I can't. It's just this stuff is on my mind, and you're thinking about things like, what if she does this to somebody else, or things like this, And people like say, "Oh, well, why would you care? It's what will I do?" And I can't not. Like when you've gotten invested, it's like you just kind of like, yeah. I don't know. It almost feels like you have some kind of duty, and it's like, yeah, I can't be doing with seeing shit like this. Where because I'm thinking to myself, well, are they ever going to get married? It doesn't seem like they are, because apparently she was at a wedding with him, and there was no indication that they were going to get married next. So if they were really trying to like sort things out, you'd have thought one of the best ways to do that is get engaged, propose, and then see. Because yeah, just nothing about it seems to. What would help you move on? Do you want to? Uh, the thing is like sometimes I'm like, yeah, I just want to move on, but then at times I'm like, but it's like kind of. But I just feel like I don't know if I did, then I would just be kind of. I'd feel like I don't know. It's the whole thing of like, what if, and then wondering what she ever did, sort of thing, and it would just kind of be on my mind. I just wish I could just forget it sometimes and like it never happened, but I can't, can I? But yeah, I get like these mixed emotions where like one minute I'm just like kind of pissed off and just mad at her for like everything, but then one minute I'm like just wanting to kind of like be close to her and shit. It's just yeah, it is shit. But I should probably have never got involved in the first place. I should have just cut her off right away. As soon as she said that, she was with somebody, I should have just like said, okay, well, that's that then. But I didn't want to be nasty, and I didn't want to. But I thought, okay, maybe I'll just be friends. But then things happen, Because wanting to talk to me a lot, and would get on calls, and she started even kind of like on texts and stuff, like being a bit flirty and stuff, and like so then I started to kind of feel like some connection there, and it's just let's do a few more of these Navy SEALs. Anyway, there's no one else here, is there? Oh yeah, I saw some of your photos. You know who you remind me of? like might sound a bit, I don't know, but like on the older photos, I'm talking the ones with like blonde hair. Um, like Luna of Harry Potter. I think it's the blonde hair, and also like the eyes are quite similar as well on in some of them. It kind of reminded me a bit of that. Um, yeah, I used to be all right when I was younger. Well, I didn't say that. I don't think you ever were that good, to be honest. Oh God, just dig myself a hole, shall I? Anyway, but yeah. Anyway, so I'm just like left wondering like what is it that I can really do? Is there anything I can do at this point? It's like some people are saying there's nothing I can really do, but I don't know. I'm like the kind of person that wants to kind of find a solution, find a way. I can be very determined. Like even if it like ends up leading nowhere, but I'd be very determined, and like sometimes I'd be a very kind of like stubborn kind of person and would just keep pushing and pushing and pushing. I remember it depends on what it is really. Um, it depends at times where if I'm really invested in something, then I could be very stubborn. I think there's been times where I've like played a game and tried to complete a level like 100 times or maybe more, invest so much time into just trying to get through it. And it's just about, like perseverance and stuff. But there's certain things that are out of our control though, because we can't always get somebody to just like change their mind. We can, lead a horse to water, but we can't make them drink, sort of thing. And that's something I hate, the feeling of feeling like out of control and like I can't control the situation, things, to go my way, and where I'm like at somebody else's mercy kind of thing. Yeah, I know that's the thing of being I'm in my own worst enemy at times where sometimes I'm like, I wish, it could be somebody else. Wish that I was born in somebody else's body, but have their not that in their body, but have their mind. Because my mind can really fuck me up and cause me to do things that I'll later then regret. But that's the thing. Oh, why did I just do that? Why did I freak out like that? I didn't need to do that. That was not necessary, was it? It's just gonna make things worse for me, But in the moment, you just have a moment of chaos, and that's a terrible thing. We are stuck in our minds, yeah. But I suppose sometimes you got to think to yourself: is the juice worth the squeeze? Like it depends on what it is. Like if you're stubborn, but then it's like okay, but then the payoff wasn't even worth it. It was just a bunch of like, you know what I mean? I think there's nothing wrong with being stubborn in certain situations, but we have to just kind of draw the line somewhere. But I struggle with that. Well, like I said, you shouldn't just be staying with somebody for that long just because you've stayed with them for that long, if you know what I mean. the longer it goes, the worse it's going to be. You know, like, okay, it gets to 20 years, 30 years, and then just feels stuck, feels like stuck in a rut or something. What is it? Is it the security? What's the reason? Because you just be so vague and just not really give any clarity about things. What was it that made them fall out in the first place and have a rough patch, you know? Because obviously she's done something. And why? Obviously she never really was that invested to begin with. So I want to be like the person that kind of saves the day and be like, I can give her what she wants. It's just my instincts. I can't help that I have instincts to like want to come in and, save the day, if you will. But obviously that's not the reason I want to be with her. It's just that obviously there was a connection there, and I feel it's right for her to get with me instead. Because I don't think there'd ever be a reason for her to want to do anything with me, like, do the dirty with me. Because if she did, then that's just stupid, then, isn't it? Because, she'd just be sabotaging something special then. It's obviously like she doesn't really have that much respect for this guy, it seems. Someone who respects you don't go flirting with other people, Because that was something that would really piss me off and would just be like, that would be it, If you do that to me, then whilst being with me, then you can fuck off. I know, that's the thing. It's like, this is the cognitive dissonance where 1 minute I'm thinking she's not worth the hassle, but then the other minute I'm like, but it's just, I have this connection with her, and it's just, I can't seem to just let go of that. And highly reluctant, how are you doing? I hope you're well. But then it's like, someone was saying like how, if he, when he finds out, then she's not going to go running to me. We don't know really. We don't know how it's going to play out. But I was thinking, well, if it got to that point, I don't know if I'd even want her at that point, because I'm like, but I don't know. I'm just like, it's tough. Maybe all these thoughts going in your head. But I mean, I don't really connect with that many people on a deep level. Like, I can talk to people and socialize and whatever, but it's like, to have that kind of deep like connection, it's something that I rarely have, I would say. Like, she should just take what she's given. She should have just done that, Just be grateful and just be like, that I'm even offering. It's not even that. I mean, I do talk to Richard a lot, actually, and like, the thing is, I'm kind of like a person that's not really like, it's like, if I really want to, I will go and get it, sort of thing. It's like I'd rather focus on quality over quantity, sort of thing. But it's just, but the thing is, though, I could probably find somebody if I really wanted to. It's just that with her, I built a connection with her, and so I don't think you understand really. So anyway, I'll just do a couple more reps, and then I'm just gonna go. I'm probably gonna go out and do a bit of shopping and maybe finish a bit of a workout. But yeah, all right. Uh, I don't know, but it's like thing is, it's like I'll be thinking about wanting to try and improve my life, but then part of me is just probably thinking about just doing it for her and just trying to impress her or some shit. But then that's not the right reason to be trying to do that shit, you know? Like, if you want to be successful, you should be doing it for your own reasons and. You know? So then I've been thinking like, well, what is it going to take to make her change her mind? What would I have to become a fucking millionaire or some shit or what? Because surely there's a point where she would be like, yeah, do it for you. But it's like, I was thinking like, well, what would it take? Because surely she would have a point where it's like, the temptation would be too high, basically, to not. But like, but why should I care? Say if that did happen, then you'd be wondering if it was just for the money. Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? Yeah, that's the thing. When you make a lot of money, then you're like, you just don't know. It's same if you get famous as well. You know, a lot of people try and get famous to try and be more attractive, but then they're attracting the wrong kind of people doing that because they're all a bunch of like, oftentimes a bunch of superficial kind of people who things like that. Yeah. But she obviously has some interest in me at least. It's just in terms of what would make her, you know, it's like tip her over that edge to like where she sees me like, and I'm just like light years ahead of whoever she's with, to a point where she can no longer deny me anymore. Is what I'm saying. That wouldn't obviously just be the money because she like saw me at a point where I don't have a lot of money, so there was interest already. But if you're, you know, sort of get with somebody and then they see all your money straight away, then yeah, chances are probably just the money. So, but like, you know, if I want to get rich and famous, then it's for my own, you know, wants and desires and whatever. Like, so I can travel the world and do whatever the fuck I want. And if she don't want to fucking be part of that, then so fucking be it, you know? She can then just be miserable with her, whatever. I don't know. I don't know how she'll take it really, but like I've threatened to do this for a while, but it's only up till now that I've actually gone through with it. So yeah. But in a way, at least it shows that I'm willing to actually do what I set out to do, because I've been saying that I'm going to do it for a while and it was like a threat. But then I'm actually doing it. But actually got around to doing it. So I feel good about that in the sense that finally I've actually done what I've set out to do, because I was wanting to do that a while ago and I was in two minds about it really. But then it got to the point where I'm like, okay, I need to just tell him basically. I mean, maybe she'll be angry for a bit, but then I don't know. I don't know how she's going to be, but I know she gets quite emotional and things. But the thing is that she needs to accept that I had to do this. Like, if she's going to be like this, and then it's like I have to do it. She shouldn't be angry at me. She should be like, it's all a way of deflecting responsibility, basically, is what I'm saying. If she's going to get angry at me, but then it's like, but if she hadn't have done all that, then none of this would have happened. So, yeah, so it's all on her, really. So she needs to take that responsibility and be like, okay, well, this needed to happen. And I don't hate him for it because he did the right thing, really. And I don't know. Maybe I should just get this fucking shit sorted out. I don't know. I was looking into fucking ways to like do my what's it called, acne scars. So I had people commenting on that a while ago. And they made me feel a bit, you know, in certain lighting it looks horrible. Depends. It doesn't look too bad in this lighting, but in certain lighting it looks really bad. I can help with that. What's that? How can you help with that? Well, some people talk about like doing things like chemical peels or some shit. I don't know. I'm a bit like, I don't want to do anything that could be painful or anything, but two. Oh, it's one of your special interests. So really, I just don't want to like go too far with it because it seems a bit feminine if you get too ridiculous with it. But I think just having healthy looking skin is enough as a guy. You don't need to go over the top with it, because like putting fucking foundation on and bullshit like that. But I think, yeah, but I want to make sure that I'm like feeling the best. Put my best foot forward, really. But I've seen stuff on like, what is it? Micro needling and shit like that. What other ones were there? I think there was another one as well. Hello, Carol. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. So it was micro needling, and is there another one if I remember? Laser treatment or something. Or micro needling. All right. How does that work? Because I would have thought, well, couldn't it just end up? I don't know. I don't know how it all works because could it not like raise up some of the other parts of your skin or something? Does it have to be done in a very specific way or something? Because apparently, because what happens is when you damage your skin, it causes then like some excess skin to then happen. It's kind of like with muscles when you tear a muscle and then it grows back thicker and stronger and all that. Okay, thank you, Carol. So I don't know. I've not done like that. I don't know if you could maybe do that for me. I don't know if you could help me out because I'm. If you have any sort of like expertise on that, then maybe I could come down and have a session or something. I don't know. Just, yeah, triggers your skin to repair itself, right? Yeah. But how do they do it? Do they just do it on the bits that are indented or something? There's these like indented bits, like these. What do you call it? Like pitted scars or whatever. Atrophic scars, to be technical. I ordered mine from AliExpress. All right. So yeah, I don't know. I don't want to. They're supposed to be like you're not supposed to do it by yourself or something or what. But if you could do something like that, I don't know if you would be willing to help me out or something. But I'd have to travel quite a lot. I was thinking about traveling anyway, but like seeing some different places. But I don't want to get it done and just like yeah. How many sessions would you need anyway? Just have to like kind of yeah. You put serum on your skin and glide it across the surface. You can do it once a month. Just meant I'll tell you how to do it. All right, okay. Yeah, I don't know if I really trust myself with things like that. I don't know. Yeah, so you put a serum on. What's that for? Is that like a sort of how does that work? Does it help with the breaking the skin or something? Just to do another one. Oh, it's a lubricate it. All right. Yeah, I guess it could be quite nasty if you do it without that. Well, there's the derma rollers as well. That's another one. They're supposed to be good. Where they roll it on your skin or something. So which one do you have? Is it a derma roller or a derma stamp? There's two different ones, isn't there? So how many months would it take to actually see a significant improvement? Doctor pen, mate. What's that? Is that what it's called? Looks like you put Doctor Pen, mate. Is that what you're saying, mate? All right, mate. Huh. Well, it could be the name of a motorway. The M8. What is that? Is there an M8? Oh, really? Valley Android. Um. Hmm. Yeah. But I want to be the best version of myself in it, you know. A little. All right. Okay. So I don't know who that is, so I can't say. Thank you for the 8 likes, everybody. Maybe I'll go live and just like, do a whole sort of micro needling thing. Lux maxing or something. Because that's really the only thing that I have that's kind of, I don't know, holding my looks back, I guess. If I could get on top of that, then I'm practically flawless. Look, when I'm in this light and you can see it there, I guess it's not that bad, but it's just like maybe it wouldn't require that many sessions. The worse it is, then the more it's going to take to actually see a lot of improvements. So, yeah. Is it acetic acid? All right. Does that help? Someone was talking about rose hip oil or something, and supposedly that can help with repairing the skin or something. But do you have to go on it for life or something, or is it just like a temporary thing? Yeah, but I've heard that's a bit of a extreme measure or something. But I've heard rose hip oil is just something that you can buy without a prescription. But I don't know. So yeah, rose hip oil. I've tried like aloe vera. I don't think it really does that much for acne scars. It might just help smooth out the complexion a little bit, but I don't think it does that much though. But aloe vera is good for your skin though, in general. But it says about skin regeneration and healing. It says it works best on flat, discolored scars by improving skin texture and pigmentation, but may not be as effective for depressed, pitted scars. So maybe it's not the best. This is on the at rose hip oil. So yeah. Acne scar. So yeah, there's chemical peels or something, but it sounds a bit kind of. I don't know if I'd really want to be doing shit like that. Sounds a bit dodgy, but if I could get some improvement, like you see some of these pictures and they've had quite a bit of improvement in their skin, like an 80% reduction in it, pretty much. Yeah, I've heard about laser ones, but they're a bit expensive though, from what I've seen. Especially if you do quite a few sessions. The chemical peels or something. But yeah, it's a lot of money, isn't it? 'Cause you have to do like multiple sessions of it, and it's not 100% either. It's you might get like a 70-80% reduction in it, something like that. But yeah, but some of them you can practically not see any scars anymore. Like when they do like the chemical peels and stuff, so it looks a lot better afterwards. Yeah, well, I'd rather just try and I don't know. I can just sort of look. You can see it there. It kind of just, can be a bit conscious of it. I don't know. It's just kind of been there for quite a while, really, and just yeah. It says it works by removing the top skin layers and reveal smoother, rejuvenated skin underneath. Yeah, it's all money, I know, but yeah, I know. But I'm like, what is the best way to do it then? That's either not, well, it's not going to be free, but as in like cheap, over the counter stuff that you can do. Okay, thank you, Emily. All right. Yeah. Maybe I'll come back on while I'm outside or something. I don't know. You send me your email, I can send you a good PDF document I have. Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, it's jbmagic95@gmail.com. I have a few email addresses, but that's one of them. Yeah, if you've got that, then write that down, I guess. Yeah. So that's it then, I think. All right.